Town Board approves its budget.
Cablevision has changed the channels.
Burglary suspects are nabbed in Mamaroneck.
The Board of Ed fires the Homics contractor.
A new underage drinking hotline is established.
And whatever happened to construction at the Larchmont train station? We have those stories and more right here on this edition of Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News.
Hello and welcome to Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News. I'm Sven.
And I'm Alyssha. Our top story, well, we certainly are glad you found us here on Channel 75. That's right, Cablevision has done a switcheroo, and here with the latest is Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News reporter Cate Fahey.
On December 12th, Cablevision is once again shaking up the channel order, as well as adding additional channels to cable. Metro TV, which previously replaced LMC-TV, has moved from Channel 16 to Channel 60. The weather programs, which appear on Channels 10 and 17, will be moving to Channels 60 and 61. CNN will be shifting from Channel 8 to Channel 25. The C-SPAN channels, which take up channels 19 and 20, will become channels 65 and 66. But they will no longer be bundled in the broadcast cable. They will be put into family cable. In order to watch these channels, viewers must upgrade to family cable. As well as those changes, LMC-TV will be getting a new home on channels 75, 76, and 77. Government access will be moving from channel 71 to channel 75. Public access will be moving from channel 72 to channel 76. And educational access will be moving from channel 73 to channel 77. Cablevision is also adding 3 new channels. MTV2, the Speed channel, and the Travel channel are all being added onto the spectrum. The date of change is December 12th. For Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News, I'm Cate Fahey.
The Mamaroneck Town Board approved the 2003 budget on December 4th. Taxes in the town will go up by 5.6%. The town was faced with increases in insurance payments. Healthcare insurance increased, and also state-mandated pension contributions shot up by 14%. Municipal liability insurance increased by almost $600,000. In order to balance the budget, capital projects and equipment purchases have been scaled back or deferred. The total budget for the town is $22.6 million.
Well, speaking of budgets, there's been a lot of talk about the county budget and a possible increase in sales tax versus a monumental increase in property tax. County legislators pushed back the budget deadline decision to December 20th, hoping to win the state's approval to increase the sales tax and avoid a huge increase in property taxes. Legally, the county has until December 27th to adopt a budget for 2003. The need for state approval comes at a cost. State legislators must meet in a special session to discuss the need for the tax and get answers to questions like how the county fell into a $100 million budget hole. If a new sales tax is approved, it would rise to 7 3/4% everywhere except New Rochelle, Yonkers, Mount Vernon, and White Plains, where it already ranges from 7 3/4 to 8 1/4%. The budget, as it stands now, would also cut 213 jobs, remove 17 bus routes, increase bus fares 20 cents, and cut aid to private museums, shelters, health centers, and other nonprofit agencies by 15%.
The new village board officially took office on December 2nd of this year. The all-Republican Board of Trustees has a full agenda to deal with. Mayor Phil Trefiletti was quoted in the Journal News saying, "We're 5 individuals with 5 points of views. We'll have lively discussions, but in the end we will do what is best for the village." End of quote. High up on the agenda are pollution issues and also the monitoring of spending, according to Mayor Trefiletti. He also said, most importantly, we will continue to make quality of life in our community as high as possible, end of quote. The Democrats, who had a 5-0 majority in 2000, said that they would continue their work, though not on the village board. Defeated incumbent Democrat Cate was quoted in the Journal News saying, "We are not going away. Many people have submitted resumes to the new board to serve on various boards and committees, including some of the former candidates, will participate in village life in the same way as we used to," end of quote.
Well, all three municipalities have gotten together to create an underage drinking hotline. With the details surrounding this new program, here's Larchmont-Mamaroneck Community News reporter Christina Bolger.
If you have ever been witness to underage drinking or partying where you have a suspicion there is illegal drug use taking place and wish there was something you could do to stop it, you'll want to hear this report. The police of the tri-municipalities, Mamaroneck's town and village, and the village of Larchmont have established an anonymous hotline. The purpose of this hotline is to alert police so they can head off any potential trouble. Detective Bob Reynolds, who has been the town of Mamaroneck's youth officer for 16 years, will be in charge of the hotline. So if anyone spots a party developing on a corner, a local golf course in the woods, or even at a house where there is no apparent parental supervision, you can call the anonymous hotline and the town police will give the information to the appropriate department, which will send an officer to the scene to check it out. So if you suspect any problems in the town or village of Mamaroneck or the village of Larchmont, don't hesitate to call the anonymous hotline at 914-381-6103. That number again is 914-381-6103. For Larchmont-Mamaroneck Community News, I'm Christina Bolger.
In a related story, Westchester County plans on installing stores and bars with fake ID spotters. Here's Larchmont-Mamaroneck Community News reporter Cate Fahey with more.
In another effort to confront the highly publicized teenage drinking epidemic in Westchester, new devices which make it easier to determine fake driver's licenses and identification cards will be soon given to all 2,300 Westchester businesses authorized to sell alcohol. Heineken USA and its local wholesaler Lobo Distributors will spend about $13,000 to provide the new devices called Security Laminate Verifiers to local bars, restaurants, and liquor and grocery stores. The device operates by shining a light on the card, which highlights any change from the lamination used on valid New York licenses. Only New York licenses and ID cards can be verified at this point. District Attorney Pirro, along with Heineken and Lobo, recently unveiled Operation Teen Proof, a program which will be out devices and reminding establishments of their legal responsibility to check the age of customers purchasing alcohol, and of their obligation to provide law enforcement authorities with fake IDs. A recent sting operation resulted in arrests being made at 37% of businesses where undercover teenagers attempted to purchase alcohol. I think teenagers feel they're invincible. They feel it's not going to happen to them. They feel that they're not going to get caught. We have to keep up the pressure, Pirro said. In October, a local mill producing hundreds of fake ID cards was raided. A list was published of the students who owned one, and they were given a 30-day notice to return them. The 30-day notice ended a few weeks ago, and it's reported that not all the purchasers turned in their card. For Larchmont-Mamaroneck Community News, I'm Cate Fahey.
Many of you may be wondering what's happening with the construction planned at Larchmont train station. Well, the simple answer is nothing. No construction or renovations to the station house or the overpass have begun. The work was scheduled to start this month, but Metro North has received no acceptable bids from contractors and therefore cannot begin work. Waiting for an acceptable bid may push the project back a year with a start time in 2004. The request for bids went out back in August with 4 bids returned by the deadline in October. Unfortunately, all 4 bids were too high for the planned budget. For now, Metro North is investigating some cost-cutting measures to help secure a lower bid. One option may be to move construction work into off-peak hours during the day when workers would be paid regular wages. The risk is the interruption of service due to the use of large equipment, which necessitates turning off the electricity running through the overhead wires. Reanalyzing, cutting costs, and representing a new bid package could take a few months or more. Some concern has also been attributed to the need to spend federal grant money received for this project within the allotted time. We'll keep you updated on any progress.
A series of thefts came to an end recently in Mamaroneck. 12 thefts had been reported in the village's industrial area until the end of November. Mamaroneck police officers went undercover and were successful one night when they noticed two men breaking into a Mamaroneck business at 2:30 in the morning. The police officers saw two men jump the fence at a business on Fenimore Road and take a backpack leaf blower out from the premises. Two suspects, one of them a resident of 250 Waverly Avenue, were arrested on Center Avenue. Both men were charged with third-degree burglary, which is a felony. The information that was retrieved by the police officers led them to a home at 322 Center Avenue where they were able to recover property stolen in previous burglaries. The resident of the home where the stolen property was found was charged with fourth-degree criminal possession of stolen property, which is also a felony. All in all, Mamaroneck police recovered 5 leaf blowers, 3 drills, and 6 saws. The items were identified and returned to their rightful owners.
Well, that's nice when someone's stolen property is returned, especially around the holidays.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, the Mamaroneck School Board recently fired the contractors working on the hammocks. For the details, return to Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News reporter Christina Bolger.
The Mamaroneck School Board of Education has made a big decision. They have decided to terminate Delcon, the contractor hired for the Hammocks New Performing Arts Center and Classrooms addition, which was part of the $17 million bond referendum that was passed in January of 2000 for the new construction and renovation at the middle school. The Delcon Construction Company has been accused of some shoddy workmanship, and unfortunately some of which will have to be redone. The project is already months behind schedule. However, the Board of Education feels this action is in the best interest of the community to ensure that the final building will be what everyone expected. Unfortunately, legal action will be necessary and will also mean additional delays for the project's completion. The bonding company that insured Delcon is conducting its own investigation of the project and will hire another company to finish the work and will cover any additional construction costs beyond the original contract agreement. Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News will keep you updated on the progress of the Hammocks project. For Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News, this is Christina Bolger.
There's been a change in leadership at the Larchmont Democratic Committee. Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News reporter Glenna Gray has the details about the dynamic new team.
The Village of Larchmont Democratic Committee has announced that Carol Miller and Dorothea Kunstas will be the party's co-chairs. Fran Snedeker remains as the vice chair. Ms. Miller is a corporate lawyer and a litigator. Ms. Miller has been involved in the local PTAs, member of the Village Recreation Committee, and also a member of the Mamaroneck School Board Selection Committee. Ms. Kunstas is a public interest attorney and works as an adjunct professor at the New York Law School. Attorney Kunstas has experience as a soccer coach and a volunteer in school and local community organizations. Ms. Kunstas has also served as the co-chair for the School Budget Committee. The new co-chairs believe that the Larchmont Democratic Party has a commitment to represent the entire village and to improve the accountability of local government. The two co-chairs have worked together before in the political arena. For Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News, I'm Glenna Gray.
Owners of the Manor Inn in Larchmont have an accepted offer and are going to contract, but there may be hope for preservationists as there is no date set for the execution of the contract. After efforts to rescue the property from a buyout and demolition, it looks like the Committee for the Preservation of Manor Inn may have lost the battle. But they are not going down without a fight. The family that owns the property continues to apply for permits required to demolish the inn and redevelop it. Their application is currently pending before the Village Planning Board. A complete site plan for the property is required before a demolition permit can be issued. 2 private homes are envisioned for the lot if demolished. The inn is currently a moderate-income residence for senior citizens. Members of the Preservation Committee are doing all they can to save the local landmark, including bidding on the property. But with real estate prices so high, its offers have not been accepted. The committee has formed a nonprofit corporation called the Belvedere Incorporated to continue its solicitation of pledges in order to purchase, preserve, renovate, and operate the facility. The committee's most recent offer was just over $1.8 million. Unfortunately, still not enough to make the sale. Those wishing to make pledges can do so by email at highridge@pipeline.com or by contacting Fred Barron, treasurer of Belvedere Incorporated, at 834-0876.
In November's election, the Democrats lost significantly in the House of Representatives. As a consequence, Representative Nita Lowey, a Democrat, gave up her post as the head of the party's influential campaign committee. She said that she would focus on her congressional duties in the future. Lowey said that running the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee was a huge drain on her time and a major commitment to the party. She also commented that she had said from the beginning that she would only do it for one term.
After months of negotiations, the Village of Larchmont and the soon-to-be CVS on Chatsworth Avenue have agreed on parking. With plans to open next year in the space vacated by the Grand Union, CVS has agreed to a 5-year, $191,000 lease with the Village. According to the lease, customers of CVS may park for 1 hour between 8 a.m. and 7 p.m. and 2 hours from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. The Village has agreed to enforce the parking limitations. Many residents have enjoyed limitless parking over the last 2 years since Grand Union closed and may have a hard time adjusting, but there is a trade-off. CVS, as part of the lease, has agreed to carry items such as milk, orange juice, cold cereal, and butter to alleviate some needs for grocery-type items in that area. The chain has also agreed to pay for improvements to the streetscape, plus $20,000 to fix up the parkland next to the lot and a new building facade.
Westchester County is taking steps to be in a position to respond to bioterror. The county is working on setting up rapid response teams to decontaminate mass casualties. It is also upgrading laboratories to enable them to test deadly germs and viruses and evaluate hospital emergency rooms to see if they could be in a position to handle cases of bioterror. Under a program that was introduced by county officials, almost $100,000 in grants will be given to local hospitals and agencies. The county grants were given to Westchester Medical Center in Valhalla. The total amount of $42,500 will be used in training rapid response teams, creating a website for healthcare providers to coordinate the available resources. The Phelps Memorial Hospital Center in Sleepy Hollow received a $14,350 grant to set up a 32-hour course for emergency medical service workers in decontamination. The Westchester chapter of the American Red Cross received $15,000 with the goal of training volunteers to help shelter, feed, and clothe residents in case of a public health emergency. The Westchester County Medical Society received a grant of $10,000 for creating an emergency communications network for doctors. The county is also working very hard on improving communications between the various hospitals and other important county emergency services.
A freshman formal for charity? With news about the recent St. Vincent's Charity Formal for Freshmen, here's Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News reporter Cate Fahey.
On Friday, December 6th, at the Rye Town Hilton, 1,050 freshman students from high schools across the county attended the St. Vincent's Freshman Dinner Dance. Bronxville, Greenwich, Hackley, Harrison, Mamaroneck, Pelham, Rye, Scarsdale, Holy Child, Rye Country Day, and Ursuline were some of the schools from which students attended. The Auxiliary and Dance Board of St. Vincent's Hospital, Westchester, has been holding the event for over 40 years. All of the money raised goes to support the St. Vincent's Catholic Medical Centers. An estimated $15,000 was collected this year. In previous years, the money raised went into buying hospital vans and stretchers for the patients. For safety reasons and past events creating problems with alcohol, and involving many of the schools that attended, security was present the entire night. 18 police officers, 6 hotel security officers, and 18 auxiliary board and hospital members kept a close watch on all of the teenagers. For all the attendants, dressed in formal attire, the night was surely a tremendous success. For Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News, I'm Cate Fahey.
News from the world of real estate. Here's our very own Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News reporter, Glenna Gray.
Welcome to the Real Estate Corner. Today we're going to look at the license laws of New York State. The New York State laws attempts to protect the public from incompetent or dishonest brokers and salespeople. The state sets standards and qualifications for licenses. The law is enforced through fines, reprimands, denial of a license, suspensions, or revocation of a license. Number 1, the broker. Who is the broker? The broker is any person, firm, partnership, or corporation that performs for a fee real estate services such as A, negotiations of any form of real estate, any real estate transaction. B, lists or attempts to list real property for sale. C, negotiates a loan secured by a mortgage broker. D, negotiates or makes a lease. E, collects rents. F, sells a lot or parcel of land by auction. G, negotiates a lot relating to the sale of subdivided land. H, exchanges real property. I, relocates commercial or residential tenants. J, engages in resale of condominiums and cooperatives. K, sells a business that has more than half its value in real estate. Those are the services of a broker. Now, a salesperson must also have a license. They assist a broker who is authorized to operate a real estate business. A salesperson can only work in the name of and under the supervision of a licensed broker. A salesperson can only accept payment, their commission, from their principal broker. We will talk more about salespeople at another time. For Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News, I'm Glenna Gray.
Next, a story filled with Christmas spirit. Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News reporter Christina Bolger spoke with Vittorio Sirocco, an MHS employee and local artisan, about a handmade nativity scene.
To be with Vittorio Sirocco at his home. He is showing us his nativity scene that he started from scratch. Now, Christmas is a lot more than Santa Claus and presents. It's about the birth of Jesus, and here we have lifelike scene of Bethlehem. Tell us, how long did it take you to start this project and complete the project?
Taking me, but I can say, it's from the beginning. I started 3 years ago, and the first time when I started, I was like started in September.
3 years ago you started?
Yeah, in September, and I don't work every day during the day because I naturally work. My weekend and all the night late.
Now, you were telling me that sometimes you're up until 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, I did.
So this is a real labor of love.
Yeah, I enjoy it because, it reminded me when I was a kid. I love it. I did it with my heart, and I really enjoy it.
Well, Vittorio, tell me about some of the materials that you used to make this, how you made the mountain. What's that made out of?
The mountain is made from natural, with the frame. I frame in the bottom with the wood. The top I used some cement bag, believe it or not. Cement bags? Yes.
You would never guess that it's cement bags. Now, tell me about the background of Bethlehem. Now, I see that you have it painted. You did that yourself?
The big paint, somebody helped me. With the name, it's Rich DeFalco. He's a really good friend, and he helped me in that. The rest, I did everything, all the village, house and everything else I did it myself.
I know that the village comes out from the wall, and the process that you use for that, I noticed earlier you showed me a cutout.
Yes. I draw and then, I cut out and then I paint.
Now, these figurines are really spectacular. I noticed you have the wise men and you have the townspeople. Where did these come from?
These figurines come from Italy.
They're very lifelike and very very detailed with the eyes, the hands, the objects that they're holding. The sweatshirt that you have on, who's this?
This is Daniel, my grandson, the first one.
He's adorable. How old is he?
It's about a year and a half. It's really something.
So, Victoria, it looks like you put Christ back into Christmas. Well, not that he ever left, but that's what this is all about.
Yes, Christmas for me it's the big holiday in the world. It reminded me a lot of things, which it's reminded me the whole time when I was a kid. And
the story of Christmas.
It's big. That's a big holiday. That's it. Yes, we have Easter. We have many holidays here and there. But Christmas. It's reminded me a lot of things. For me, Christmas was with no present, just a cookie, an orange, and that's it. Today we have to have many things.
This is true.
God bless. God bless.
Well, we hope you've enjoyed Victorio's masterpiece of his nativity scene and of Bethlehem, and we're happy that he allowed us to come into his home and show this to you. Happy holidays to everyone. Reporting for Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News, I'm Christina Bulger.
To keep you in the holiday spirit, please join us for the LMC-TV holiday party at Studio 2, next to the Emmeline, on Thursday, December 19th from 7 to 10. Call 381-2002 for more information. There will be music, food, and tons of fun. And that's it for this week's edition of Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News.
If you want to see this news show again, you can. It's on every weekday night at 7 p.m. We record one show each week, and it's replayed on this channel, LMC-TV, now Channel 75.
That's right, Channel 75. Or if you want to request to see it, you can call LMC-TV after 4 in the afternoon during the week at 698-6808 and ask to see the new show. They'll try to put it on at a time that's convenient for you to watch.
And this reminder, this news program is an all-volunteer effort, and we could always use a few more volunteers either behind the scenes or as a reporter, or maybe you'd like to shoot video, and whatever the case, we need you.
In short, if you want to volunteer to help us put this program on, we have something for you to do. Stop by us on Thursday night in the LMC-TV studios and see how we do what we do, but not until January 9th when we return from the holiday break.
The LMC-TV studios are in the Mamaroneck High School, the Palmer Avenue side, just up the stairs across from the landmark Walter's hot dog stand. And we get things started around 7 p.m., and we would love to see you.
Also, if you have any comments or suggestions or some video of an event that you would like us to put on this new show, bring it to the studio or write to us at Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News in care of LMC-TV, 1 Library Lane, Mamaroneck, New York, 10543.
And thanks again for watching Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News. I'm Sven Oehme.
And I'm Alyssha. And we want to take a moment and send our condolences to Missy Moak, a behind-the-scenes expert at the new show, and her family regarding the recent loss of her father. Our prayers are with you. We would also like to wish all of you happy holidays and a glorious new year.